Hi everyone, it's Justina here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So I'm coming on to do pockets for my tall and skinny journals that I've started making. And for these, I want to use my Collage Masterboards. And I don't know whether to go with the simple text one. This is just all, different types of book page. Or to go with something pinky. If it was on a page like this plain one, for example, I feel like either would work. So I'm going to cut both down and then I can make a decision when I come to use them. So we're going to do those today. So I want to make corner pockets, gusseted ones from these. So I thought I've never done it before, so I thought I would, just come on and do the process with you in case it serves as some inspiration. Okay, so because this is tall and skinny, I need to know what size would be best for my pocket. So what I'm doing is I've got stitching along the edges, tops and bottoms of this page, zigzag stitching. So I want the pocket to sit within that. I don't want to cover that up. So if I measure from the edge of my stitching, the page itself up to where it will be sewn is about 3.5 inches, but I don't want the pocket to be right butt up in the spine in this part because that causes problems with journals laying flat, like it gives them it wants the page to kick up. So I want to bring it in a bit more. So the max width of the pocket I want to be 3 inches, which will take me to sort of about 1/2 inch away from the spine. And in terms of height, again, I want to be inside the stitching. 5 inches would be to here, 6 would be to here. I'm going to go with 6 and then see how it looks. So 6 by 3. And then if it doesn't look quite right, I can then cut it down to 5 by 3. Right, now because I want the pockets to be gusseted, I want to add on a little bit extra to the top and bottom, to the bottom and to the sides. So first things first, I'm just going to get my masterboard straight. I do my masterboards just on like index pages from books. So looking for a straight edge. I think that's straight. It will do for now. Okay, so right. So as I say, so it's 3 inches for the pocket. So plus a gusset, I'm going to go with 3.5 wide. And I said 6 inches tall. So we want to go 6.25. Right, so let's do the height first, which is a bit tricky on this one, so unfortunately I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way and use my ruler. So tell you what, before I do that, I'm just going to measure it on here. It'll be easier, won't it? It'll be easier. Okay, so did I say 6.25? So that would be to there. Okay, so let's cut straight across at 6.25. Okay, and I'm going to pop that to one side because that can be used for something else. So that should be 6.25 high, and what did I say? 3.25. So again, I just want to neaten off that edge. Okay, and then we want to cut off 3.25. So I'm thinking if I turn it this way, I'm going to go slightly over actually, just in case I need to cut any down. Okay, which way should we have it? That way. That's fine. And then because I want it to be a corner pocket, I want it to have a pointy edge. So we're going to have something like that. And then we can add our gussets in. Okay, so again, we want 3.25 or just over 3.25. Again, I'll keep that for something, might make a belly band. and then we can put in our slanty edge. Now these are not going in the same journal, so yeah, I'm not worried that they're the same way. It's one for each journal basically. Okay, so I've got those. So I'm just going to tidy them up, and then I'm going to get the same things cut down from this masterboard, the same, you know, same height and width, and we'll see what we've got at the end. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my pockets. So now I want to put some gussets in them. So I'm just going to turn it this way because it's a bit easier for me. Okay, and I don't want massive gussets, so I'm just going to come in, I think that's 1/4 inch. And we want to do the same along the bottom, 1/4 inch. And the same on, yeah, both sides on the bottom, 1/4 inch all the way around. Okay, and same again, 1/4 inch. Ooh, without tearing through it, Justine. Yeah, I'll just have to cover that up. Tape that. No worries. It was where I pushed too hard because I didn't realise it didn't have any collaging layers on it. So, oopsie. Never mind. Where am I here? So again, doing the same on this, 1/4 inch all the way around. So you won't fit a ton in these pockets, but it will be enough for, you know, a tall skinny tag or something, which is all I really want to put in them probably. These ones with the pink masterboard I did the other way round, so that they're you know, they're facing inwards the other way, just to change it up, and you know, just to, so they're not all exactly the same. So that's the scoring done. And what was left over when I cut off the tops of them were these little triangles, which, as you can see, would be just fine as corner triangle pockets for something else. So I've got all my bits to the side, and I'm sure they all turn up again. Okay, so when you're adding your gussets, when you do your scoring, you'll end up with obviously the lines on the back, your score marks. And what we want to do is cut the corner like that, where you can see it's slightly, you know, inwards. Yeah, just cutting that off basically. So when you fold it over, it just means that things can lay better. So let's fold these in. Now, because they are small gussets, it will be a little bit tricky, but I'm sure I will manage. Compared with if this was just cardstock, it would be easier to fold, but it's fine. There's quite a lot of layers on these masterboards. And then what you'll notice, you get this little like pointy bit. We just want to cut that off. So I will do all of them because, you know, I'm trying to give you instructions, and sometimes I don't explain things, you know, perfectly well. But that's essentially what you've got. And then, as you can see, we've got this small gusset on the back, which just allows a little bit more extra space. So we'll do that. Lots of people have done videos on gusseted pockets. So if you search on YouTube for those, then you might get some clearer instructions. But as I say, this is more just a craft with me because I've never made these before, you know, from masterboards. I wanted to give it a go, so I thought, well, I might as well get a video done at the same time, and then maybe it will serve as some inspiration. And then again, just cut that extra bit off. There we go. Managed to keep the little bird's head in. I wasn't sure when I actually cut it down Right, so this one, as I say, wants the washi. So I'm going to use a pink one, just in case you see any of it, you know, when I come to use the pocket, decorate the pocket. So I'm just going to give that a torn edge, just in case you see it. And then that'll add to some of the decoration if needs be. Okay, and then again, cut off the corners. Now I'm going to be careful with this one folding it, because obviously where I had that little tear. I think I will keep them this size, so 6 inches tall, because you kind of forget that when you actually cut off the top of it, it becomes much smaller. So they are definitely tall and skinny pockets. Right, and then cut the corners off again. I've made these lots of times with just normal, you know, cardstock, scrapbooking paper, etc. But as I say, if you're using the Masterboards, this is the first time I've done it. I just thought it would be a bit more interesting. And also with the neutral book page, I can then, you know, they can go on any page and I can decorate them up however I want, kind of thing. Okay, so we've got that, and then again, we just want to burnish the folds down. And then I'm going to pause the video because I want to ink around them all. I'm going to use Vintage Photo, and then I'm going to get out some decorating stuff, and we're going to make these look really nice. And in some cases with the Masterboards, you might find that there are areas where you need to re-glue things, because to make these Masterboards, when I made them originally, I only used glue stick. So if I find any bits popping up, I might need to go in with my art glitter glue, because when you like fold your Masterboard, sometimes things can kick up funny. So I'll get around and do that too. Like you see here, bits like that might just come off, or you know, need better gluing and stuff. So I'll get that done as well. So I will hit pause now, stop waffling, and I'll come back and show you how we're going to do them. So these are all ready to be decorated now. I just thought we would have a little look at how they're going to look on the page. So these are the book page ones, which obviously, well, we haven't decorated them yet. Now, I think height-wise I'm happy. Maybe they could have done with being a little bit taller, so maybe I should have cut them to 7 inches tall, but I think I'm okay with that. Width-wise, I think these two, I might have gotten my measurements a little bit wrong, where I should have cut them at 3.5 inches wide before doing the gussets. So they're a little bit narrow, but only by 1/4 of an inch, so it's nothing at all. But that's how those are going to look. And then on the other way around, these ones are a little bit wider. Yeah, I think they're about right for a tall skinny journal. Obviously I've never made a journal like this, so it's a learning curve for me in terms of what ephemera to make, actually. Okay, but anyway, these are ready. So I'm going to start by keeping things simple, as they say, and we're just going to, I've got a bundle of lace here, and I want to put this along the top edge, and then from there I can see, you know, what kind of things we might want to decorate them. I'm just going to cut them roughly for now, just whilst that glue dries. So I hope this gives you some ideas of what else you can do with Masterboards. I'm sure lots of people have done this type of thing. It's just, for me, when I look at a Masterboard, the first thing that I think of is, you know, tags and journal cards. maybe pockets, but like, you know, just normal straight across pockets. I don't really think to create, you know, shapes from them and add gussets and stuff. So I'm hoping this will give some of you some ideas. I feel like I'm sat really wonky in my chair. In fact, I am sat wonky because I'm actually facing diagonally. So I have to sort myself out in a minute. Right. I mean, this one here that I'm gluing now, this is not going to want hardly any decorating because, you know, we've got a bird head, we've got a daisy, we've got a rose, we've got some text on it. Where this is used, quite floral digitals, leftovers. Yeah, I'm probably only going to add like a word or a label to this one actually. Right, so that's those. So whilst I'm thinking, I'm just going to trim them down. I get this crochet trim from Amazon. It comes in a bundle of all nice beige, creamy kinds of colours. Different widths, different styles for not very much money. It's like £8, I think. Which comes in very handy for stuff like this. That's what I like to use these trims for, is edging and decoration and stuff. And I find a bundle, I mean, you see how much I craft. You know, a bundle will easily last me, I don't know, 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, something like that. So I don't use it for everything. Okay. So that is those. So let's see. As I say, this one, just a label probably. These two are going to want some focal points, and this one probably also wants a focal point. Right, so I'm going to get out my flowers, and I've got some butterflies, and I've also got some clusters as well. And we're just going to see what we like. This is the thing with the decorating stage, is sometimes, you know, people don't like to see this part of the process, and people do. So for me, I just film it, and, you know, it's there for anyone who does want to watch. But I realise I'm probably off to one side, looking through my stuff. I'm looking for like pinky kinds of colours, or light purples. So I've got these nice die cuts. So I'm going to start with these ones first, because I think these are going to want a little bit more to them. And that's actually quite pretty. Now this one's got the washi, so I'm actually going to put another strip of washi just so that it looks intentional, just a torn bit. Otherwise it does look like I was trying to patch something up, you know. So I can't tear this washi, it's sticking to me. Okay, as I say, just a tiny little strip, that'll do nicely. Sorry, cog's wearing again. That's it, so that looks a little bit more intentional. And then waste not, want not, we might as well use this on something. So I'm just gonna pop that up there. And that there. There you go, okay. Right, let's have a look at these then. So I quite like that, I think. Obviously I need to cut some off, but it is going to want more. spotted this actually, and I thought that could be like a cute little pocket, but I'm just going to see if I've got another thing like that. No, but I have just remembered I've got a bunch of clusters already made. It's pretty. And I have to keep reminding myself to use these clusters because otherwise I have a habit of ignoring them. Sorry, I was just reaching over to just see how I felt about. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? These are the ticket clusters that I made. I do have a video. Yeah, I like that. Size-wise, I think it's the right sort of size. So, you know, just for a little bit of something. This one I think does want the bigger one actually, just because that is quite a big block of text here, which, you know, should really be a background piece rather than. And then if I put that down to one side, then that little bit of pink lace that's on that one will sort of hang down slightly. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to go ahead and stick those down. And for now, I'm going to not add anything else. I have a tendency to try and over embellish things. So I'm going to go with that for now. And then if I find that it wants more when they're actually on the page with, you know, the tag in and everything, well, we can add more at that stage. But for now, these were tickets, you know, from an arcade that I decoupaged. And yeah, I do like how those turned out. I just want to ink this one a little bit. And this was just something randomly I made from, this is packaging, sticker packaging. And then I just added a ticket and a butterfly and lace. And this is just one of those things you randomly sit at your desk and do. It's not a video. But I usually follow the same kind of formula for my clusters if I'm using tickets where, you know, sort of, as you can see, they're kind of like diagonally overlapping each other kind of thing. That's what I tend to do. Yeah, I definitely don't think that needs any more. I think that's a good one. And this one, you know, we might add a little something down here maybe. Oh, what did I say about for embellishing? I was just thinking, you know, possibly if I've got the right thing, a little number might be right. Equally, little label. So, I mean, I really struggle with not doing everything then and there. So I'm just going to have a little look, and if I can find the right thing, I might as well just get it stuck down. Okay, I've got a little number label here, and I think I wanted it about there. It just brings out that ticket cluster just a little bit more to fill out the space a bit more. And that is a job of good one. I don't think I need to do anything else. I could always do, you know, a little bit of stenciling up here, but there you are. It's another. Pre-made clusters, if you remember to use them, they do have, you know, cut down on decorating time, don't they? Okay, right. As I say, this one just wants something. I was just reaching over to grab. Yeah, butterfly. Just gonna double check. I don't want this one. No. Let's go with the white one. And where did I put those numbers? Here they are. Sorry if I seem quiet at the moment, I'm just thinking. What do I want? Thinking something like that maybe. I don't know if I want to, don't want to cover up my bird obviously. Even down there. Yeah, maybe that. Okay, so I'm just going to sit with that for a bit. This one wants some kind of focal point. I don't know whether to just use another cluster. I appreciate using clusters on everything can get a little bit tiresome, but equally I've made all these things. I'm really just looking for... Oh, I've got this from ages ago. I made these for the fairy journals when I first started working on them, and I never ended up using it. But I think it's a bit much. So the only one that I think would work is this one. But no, I think it wants something a bit brighter because this is all quite like pastel behind it. Let me get out my flowers again. Right, I'm looking for something, a nice pink, but that's just going to brighten it up a bit. And take up a good amount of space. That'll do. Sorry, I know that tin is a little bit loud. And then I want something behind it. I'm wondering if I've got, you know, I sometimes do like circle stickers and things behind stuff like that. Just to give it a little bit of interest. Maybe. Really need to organise my stuff a bit better. It's not that it's not organised, it's just that things are, I should maybe think about getting stuff together that are the right kinds of colours. But it's just because I'm on a lot of different projects at the moment, so I'm just finding it tricky to know how best to go about things. I think that's blending in too much, so let's try this one with a bit of text. Okay, and we could go butterfly. So again, I'm just reaching for just want to cover up that space in the middle really. But it's not standing up very much. Nope, not feeling the butterflies, would you believe? Just going to try a number. I've got one that's big enough. Oh gosh, I'm all fingers and thumbs. I still feel like it wants something else down here, especially as we've got the, you know, the bird tail. Oh, goodness. that's not right either. I was just digging around for some words, so I've got a whole bunch here, and I just thought maybe we could have a word down here instead. This one might be a little bit on the big side, but maybe. I like observe. I'm just going to see what it's like without this sticker, because I don't know if that's adding anything. But yeah, I just feel like it was a bit too pale in the background without it, so I think we're going to go with that. Yeah, a bit more involved on this one, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Obviously these were, you know, made from Masterboards, so they're all gonna come out differently. So let me just quickly ink around these. And then yeah, I think I'm happy with what we decided for that one over there as well, so we'll get that done. So that is today's video. I hope you've taken something away from today, even if it's just a reminder. Get those Masterboards out, stop ignoring them. I'm sure you're better than I am, but yeah, I ignore mine often, shall we say. Right, let's get these glued down. Just trying to, well, I'm just trying to think of something to say actually. I feel a little bit frazzled at the moment, simply because I've not long come back from my holidays, my travels. I've got quite a lot on with regards, you know, the work and travel and writing about it on that side of things. I have a lot of projects currently on the go. I know I have a few people waiting on me for some other projects that I've been doing on video and I'm just not ready to go back to yet, so that's on my mind. And yeah, I just I feel a little bit frazzled, I think, which is eating into the creative process a little bit, which is why I might seem a bit you know, just making decisions and speaking words is it's proving a little bit trickier than usual at the moment. I don't really know why. Yeah, I just have a lot on my mind. And really it's just the decorating. I mean, you know, I should really learn to decorate at another stage, you know, not feel like I have to do everything in one go, but it's just one of those things where I find it really difficult to walk away from a project when it's not completely finished. I'm sure that's perfectionism talking, isn't it? Like if I were to make these up and then say, okay, I'm going to decorate them another day, which is what I would want to do, I then feel like, I don't know, I can't walk away from the project. So I sit there and think, no, I'm going to sit here until they're decorated. But it's all a learning curve, isn't it? From what works for us and what doesn't, and what we like and what we don't like, and all the rest of it. I do like that butterfly, that's what I do know. Oh, I love butterflies. I haven't seen very many this year yet. It's been a dreary old spring. I mean, I know it's summer next month. And that's why I haven't done the altered book yet, the spring pages, because we have had barely any sunshine. I've barely seen any butterflies. Spring flowers are coming out, which is helpful, but from a creative, like inspired by what I see outside perspective, it's just a lot of rain. Anyway, that's that one. Yeah, I think I'm happy with these. That's that one. And that's those two. So there you are. I hope you've enjoyed seeing those come together. So these are gusseted collage masterboard corner pockets, decorated up in my little secret garden type themes. So we'll do some more things together in these tall and skinny journals over the course of however long. I'm not timing myself with how long I'm spending on these. I'm just kind of just going for it really. I was just seeing how they looked on the page. Yeah, I think that's going to be what I want. They're not necessarily going on that page. I might put them on a different page. I might go on here, which looks just as nice. So yeah, I'm happy to have done those. I will do them again, this type of pocket. But yeah, anyway, I'll stop my waffling. I've waffled on long enough. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing those come together. I hope you're inspired to get your masterboards out and make something with them. And I hope you like how these turned out. So thanks so much for joining me. Thank you ever so much, honestly. I know my videos are a little bit frazzled at the moment, but it's just one of those things. Once I get back into the swing of things, it will be they'll be less frazzled. So thanks for bearing with me, and we'll speak soon. Bye bye for now.